Yo, dude, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the challenge. All right. What day is it now? I don't know. I don't even know. I'll put it in the title. I'll do the math later, but just had a excellent chess session with my guy Tyler. 4C Fitness. Check him out on YouTube. Literally, like, you can leave this video if you want. Just go up in the search bar and type 4C Fitness. Check out some of his content. He is super knowledgeable when it comes to his training philosophy that he calls power building. He definitely didn't invent it or anything, but he follows that philosophy, power building. So it's the best of powerlifting and bodybuilding. You get the strength base and, a bit of the hypertrophy there as well. So had an excellent chest session last night. Worked up to 250 for a single, and then came back down for 225 for 3 triples. So I was very pleased with that, and just an overall great session. And just to see the growth and progression over the years. I think the last time we trained might have been a year or two ago. I'm not sure. And, I was barely getting 225 for a rep, So then to go up to 250 for a rep confidently, smoothly, felt very good. Then to drop back down, confident, smooth, 225 for 3 threes. That was just fantastic. Felt very good. And he had a nuts workout too. Like, I think he's gonna put the video together and edit it so that I'm in it, hopefully. But you go check out his stuff. Like, I think he did 405 for 3 singles, which is just nutty. Like, what? 4 plates and 2.5? Redonkulous. But anyways, feeling good. Feeling very good. I'm coming up to a month, coming up to 30 days. So, having a bit of it's like a checkpoint, how's our progress and how's the strength coming and how are you feeling and, all of that. I think there's a huge psychological benefit to that as well. When you structure your workouts in such a way that you just keep getting better and better. And how do you do that? Like, what's the trick there? The trick is to manipulate the sets and reps and the weights so that you're always lifting more and more each workout. And each workout not only builds off the last workout, but sets you up for the next. So it's, you just feel like a winner when you show up and you win every day, and I think that's the psychological trick to set up in your life, is to do things that make you feel accomplished. Like, even if they're just small tasks or daily goals, just knock them out and you get that momentum. Like, momentum is so powerful. That really propels you very far. So I'm feeling very good right now. I have a haul in my mouth right now. It's I got a bit of a throat / sinus thing going on. You can probably hear it in the video, my voice. Is not affecting my energy whatsoever, although I am sleeping a bit more. So maybe it's the sign from my body saying, hey, we got to rest. We got to slow down. You're putting in a lot of work. So yeah, that's very good. Today is a bit of a rest day. I'm meeting up with my long distance girlfriend right now, or this afternoon. So going to take it easy, relax, hang out. And tomorrow is going to be squats, legs. So we're going hard and heavy tomorrow, but consistent, I'm anticipating, I think it was only a week and a half ago where I threw in that treadmill routine that I was talking about, that 5 minutes of 2.0 speed, 5 minutes of 3.0 speed, 5 minutes of 6.0 speed, and doing different things in the meantime. And I'm working on walking and running on the balls of my feet. So at the kind of the tip right before the toes begin, and what happens is the calves are so much more engaged. Not only is the foot engaged more because you're putting pressure here, the foot has to expand to cover that. Whereas if you're landing on your heel the whole time, your foot can be dead. It doesn't matter. It's just a paperweight. But when you land on the ball of your foot, now all of these toe muscles are engaged and spread out, and along with the calf, if you can get that hand and arm to leg analogy. But so yeah, I've been throwing that in basically every morning that I feel good. So I really hope that that's going to give me a strong base for my squat. And I have a pretty good idea about form and about cues for the squat. So, it's just about following a good, consistent plan to work up and get a proper gauge of where you're at. So often psychologically we think that we're here with a lift or with our finances or with our social life or whatever, and then you experience some form of adversity, a different situation. Either you get a trainer who shows you a different way of doing things, or you just try a new routine, or you get out of your comfort zone into a different social setting, and then you thrive all of a sudden, and you're like, where is this coming from? Like, I thought it was way worse, and then the results speak for themselves. I'm actually significantly better than I thought. And that just goes to show how much of our progress and our beliefs about where we are come from our mind, from our beliefs, from our programs that we've inherited or we've reiterated ourselves. So it's just about questioning those. And it's so easy to go into the gym and say, whatever it is, if it's 2 plates, 225 on the bench press, and you're like, oh, like I've never done this before, like this is going to be heavy, this is going to be hard, and this is going to be difficult. It's like, if that's your self-talk and those are your beliefs and your programs, then that's what you're going to get, right? As within, so without. But if you to some degree, right, strength is very kind of black and white, numbers based. You can or you can't. But if you show up with a positive attitude and you say, yeah, I'm going to crush 225, I've done the work leading up to it, I know that I can surpass it, I'm feeling good, I've got all the cues and I know the correct strategy to attack this, you're much more likely to succeed. So it's taking that same framework with lifting to every other avenue in life. I think that's what it's really about. Elite doesn't necessarily mean mastering something, although it could mean that, but it's gaining significant proficiency to where you're in the top 10%, top 1% of people doing that activity, right? And it's really not hard to get there. Like, the bar is so low, in life. I just basically threw up my mouth a little bit. That was gross. The bar is so low for proficiency and competence. I mean, honestly, like, if you stick with something for 6 months, you're already in, the top 20%, it seems. Like, you can leapfrog people so easily by just staying consistent, just showing up, not necessarily day after day, but week after week, month after month, year after year. And the cool thing, like I was saying in my last video, our concept of time is totally warped, right? Our understanding of it is like, it has to be trained and ingrained in you to think that, a year is relatively short. What's a year when you're 30? You know what I mean? So if you stay dedicated to something, you just show up every day, do what you need to do. If that's action or that's rest and recover, right? Whatever it is, the time will pass regardless. And you look behind and you'll be like, wow, I did all of that. Like, cumulatively, I did all of that. And this is my result. I've got more muscle mass or more strength, or, a leaner physique, or I'm more athletic, I'm better in my sport, or I'm more confident, or whatever, right? So anyways, hope some of those words helped, and it definitely helps me getting some of these things off my chest, and I hope that I can give you just some little nuggets of what I'm thinking about, and hopefully it applies to you and your situation and where you are. Highly, highly, highly recommend, if you're not already, lift weights. It's so easy to get into it. Now with these, Planet Fitness and these, these kind of institutions popping up, like, it's so accessible. It's so cheap. Like, 16 or $20 a month for a membership. Like, you can scrape that together, and then it's just showing up. It's like, it can be so overwhelming at the start. What do I do? Well, there's so many resources I can provide. You can find yourself on the internet, whatever. If you want to make it happen, you can make it happen. It's that simple. So wishing you guys all the best. Thanks so much for watching, if you're watching. And like it if you liked it. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you got any questions or you got something to say. Please let me know. And subscribe if you haven't. And I really appreciate it. And see you in the next one. Maybe. Hopefully. Cheers.